Hey everybody, it's Marshmallow here. This is going to be my Gotham bonus video, my last bonus video for Season 2, because Season 2 is less than a week away. It's almost here. I am super excited, so let's get started. So I am super excited for Gotham to be coming back. This is Season 2, so I'm going to do some spoilery stuff as well. Now, real quick, if you guys have seen my Arrow and Flash videos, I actually just recently watched them today, my breakdowns of the trailers. And it looks like my editing kind of messed up, but you can still kind of make out what I'm saying in the videos. My editing's kind of messed up, and yeah, it does that a lot. So I'm sorry about that. So just to clarify, just to say this, I'm not like getting into that, but just to say my editing messed up. So in the future, I'll try to fix that. So if you guys were wondering why that was kind of messed up, and that was a while ago as well. So, but if you guys are wondering why that messed up, that's just because it messes up sometimes. For instance, I did my Robin video, all the edits in that, perfectly great, but the last other videos didn't do very well. It's just something that happens. But anyway, let's move on. So that's a breakdown. So, spoiler alert, if you guys haven't seen the sneak peeks that Gotham, the YouTube channel, has been putting out. That was weird, I just like kind of choked a little bit. If you guys did not see the sneak peeks that they put out on their YouTube channel, I am going to be doing, kind of talking about those. So, spoiler alert. Like, seriously, spoiler alert. So, yeah, so let's get on with it. Let's get started. So, the first sneak peek I'm going to talk about is actually the Barbara Gordon sneak peek with Jerome, aka the Joker. You think so? I think so? You think so? You think so? You think so? Because I think so. Alright, let's get on to that. So, anyway, like I said, so, yeah, this is the sneak peek that we gotta get of, what's his face? I can't remember his name. Oh, I can't remember it. His sister's Tabitha, the Tigress. That's his brother. Her brother takes all the Arkham inmates that were in that room and puts them in that room, along with Barbara, Jerome, and some other freaks. And talks about criminals, talks about, gaining power from the city, talks about that. They're gonna be like the main villains, almost. We're gonna get all the villains. That's the rise of villains this season, but they're gonna kind of take up that main villain spot. I think that Hugo Strange, since he is such a big character, I think that he will be the second half of the season. I think that Hugo Strange will dominate the second half. I think that these two will take the first half. Maybe, I don't know what's going to happen. I just think that's a logical choice. If Gotham wants to do villains very well, they need to do what Arrow and the Flash has done. Well, mostly Arrow, not the Flash. Actually, no, never mind. The Flash doesn't do this, but Arrow does. They need to do what Arrow did and do two villains, but one season, one in the first half and one in the second. Like they're doing Damien Dark and Anarchy. Anarchy's mainly going to be the big villain for the first half of the season, and then Damien Dark will be the second half. Or like they did with Brother Blood and Deathstroke. The first half, and then the next half. So that's what they did. So, I think that's what Gotham should do. So maybe they could take that direction with the new villains. Now, what I think will happen is that obviously they're going to have so many villains. So these two villains will be the main villains for the season. They'll do a little bit of extra villains, Mad Hatter, Clayface. And then the next half, they'll do Hugo Strange as the main villain, and then do other villains as well. Azrael, Mr. Freeze. See how that is? See how it makes sense? It makes the perfect sense. It's a blend of villains. I think they're the perfect idea how they should do that. I don't know. I'm not saying that they're going to do that. I'm just saying that's a suggestion. I think that they might take that route. I'm not really sure yet, but let's hope for the best. Alright? But anyway, in this, like I said, in the sneak peek, him and Tabitha are there, and are talking about, power and, all that stuff for Gotham City. And Barbara's saying, I have a little issues. So I'm excited to see Barbara's new arc. I feel like her arc in Season 1, everyone hated it, including me. I kind of feel like the first few episodes, she was really cool. She was a really cool character, and just like Jim's, girlfriend and all that stuff living in the clock tower, I thought that was really good. And then it got really worse towards the, I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying it wasn't the way I wanted it to go. She kind of was helpless, and she got kidnapped, and the whole fainting, and the killing, and it was just, I don't even know. It was just a mess. So I feel like this time, I am super excited to see her arc. I know it's going to be better. I think that Ben McKenzie even complained about the season as well. He complained about Season 1, and seeing stars that complain about their own shows gives you a little bit of a, a hint that they're like, it's like, they're going to change it. Because I feel like Ben McKenzie was like, listen up guys, we got to change this. It wasn't really good last season. And I think that Bruno and like maybe all the other, people up there, writers, everybody just kind of agreed. Or even already knew before Ben maybe approached them. This is not true. I'm just speculating. Like I said, none of this is true, that I know of. but Ben might have done that. He might have done that, and Bruno might have known before, like all the writers might have known before that it wasn't really working. So I feel like watching all the sneak peeks, they're really going to change this season up and really spice it up and really make this season better than last season, which I'm excited for. The next sneak peek was Jim being fired. Jim was fired by Loeb for disobeying the written, code of conduct, whatever you want to call it. But he disobeyed it and got fired. Of course, Jim is still going to take him down. I feel like I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit. Penguin, he goes to Penguin for help. So I feel like that's gonna play itself out in the episode, or maybe in a few episodes. You know, I don't know how long it's gonna take. We do know that all these villains are gonna start flooding in. But where is Bullock as well? Bullock quit. So how will he get back in the game? So I'm kind of wondering what Jim will do to get him back as well. So we're gonna have to wait and see that. But anyway. So the captain wanted to fight for Jim being on the force, but that didn't work out, and Jim got fired. Now let's skip ahead to the other sneak peek with Penguin and Selena. Now Selena, in this scene, I think something's up. I'm sensing it. I'm with my radar. I think something's up with Selena. That is just, you know how loyal she was to Fish, like. You know, like, she was just, like, Fish was a mother figure to her, and she never really had that with anybody else. So, when Fish died, I'm thinking, this is just a theory, it's not true, but I'm thinking that Selena knows that Penguin was the reason why Fish is dead. I'm thinking that Selena knows that, and I'm thinking that she is just playing along with Oswald to get back at him. That's a theory. I'm not saying that's true, but I think that's a really good theory. Something's up. I feel like something's up with Selena. Like, why would she go to Penguin if Fish was trying to take down Penguin? And she was loyal to Fish. I just don't get that. So, well, you know, she is moving her way up. So, you know what I mean? I don't know. I could be all wrong, and she's just over to Penguin because she thought Penguin was better, or I don't know. But I just said something's up to me. Like, something I feel is up in my brain, just being like, So I feel like something's up. I don't know. And then, of course, Jim with the favor, you know what I mean? Just all this stuff that's going on. And then Penguin also wants a favor from Jim in exchange. So all this stuff is going to be crazy that's happening. I am excited for this season. I can tell that this season is going to be a little bit better than last season. We're going to have to see how much better. Like I said, Jada is not on the show. So... And she pretty much dominated Season 1. She's probably the best character on there. Maybe. I'm just saying that's a maybe. But she was one of the best on there. So now she's not here. So how will that affect the show? It's going to go a long way. It's either going to be good or it's going to get a little bit worse. I'm not going to say it's bad. I'm not holding out. I'm not saying that's going to be bad. I'm definitely watching this season. But I can tell that it's going to be a little bit better than last season. So comment down below if you had any hunches like I did about these sneak peeks. What are you looking forward to the most? I'm really looking forward to the rise of the villains. That's going to be a really, important thing for the season. That's what it's called. So I expect it to be, the rise of the villains. So we got Mad Hatter, we got Clayface, Mr. Freeze, Azrael, all these people coming, and then we also have the other people that we have, like Riddler. We're gonna have to see more of him. What's he doing up? What's he up to? And when's Bullock gonna come back? What's happening with Selena? Is she, still loyal to Fish? Is gonna carry out a revenge plot? I don't know. But we're just going to have to check and see. I don't know. I'm really excited. I cannot wait for this season. So, it's Monday, so I'm going to be live tweeting for the show, and then I'm going to do my review the Tuesday after, the day after. So, I'm super excited. So, if you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to subscribe and be a part of the Monkey Squad. Like and favorite this video. Also, don't forget to comment what do you guys think of the sneak peeks, and what do you guys think of the show. Are you going to be watching this season, or are you not going to be watching this season? Also, links up there to other videos. You guys can check out my videos. You also can go down to my playlist for shows that I'm already reviewing. Vixen, Girl Meets World, all that stuff's down there, down below. And I haven't heard anything about Bunked or anything like that, but I do know that Girl Meets World's Friday. I'm going to be live tweeting for that as well. So the live tweets, follow my Twitter, follow my Instagram, follow all that stuff if you want to get live tweets, and also some Instagram stuff. But I'm not on there most of the time. Thanks guys for watching, and see you later. Bye-bye.